Hi everyone, happy Saturday. Welcome to another episode live from East Texas. I am so excited you guys are joining me today. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. I'm DC Gomez, your host. I'm also an indie author. I am a motivational speaker. I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, all that fun stuff. But above all, my friends, I am a dreamer, which is the reason I started this series. I wanted to help people truly be able to start living their best life now. I also wanted to give you some tips and tools to get you to the next step. Today, we're going to talk about burnout. So if you're not familiar with it, blessings to you. I'm so proud of you. If you are familiar with it, we're going to talk about it. Some of the signs, some of the things we can do about it. But before we get started, go ahead. If you're joining me today, give this video a like. Share it with somebody, invite somebody to come to the community with us. Let's make change, let's make growth together, and let's make it fun. So invite somebody to join us. If you have any questions or comments at any point in time during the show, type it in the comments. I'm going to be looking over to see anything and try to reply throughout it. If I don't get to reply, don't worry about it. I'll go through the chat. I'll get back with you. If you have any questions, send me a message. I'm here. I'm available. So you guys ready to start? Let's talk about burnout. For those of you who are familiar with the program, you know we talk a lot about throughout the programs about motivation, how to get you to start living your best life, how to get you to take that step. I am all about encouraging people truly to go ahead and start living your best life. If you have a dream, follow that dream. If you have a goal, I am all about everybody taking those leaps of faith. But how can you take your leap of faith? How can you pursue those dreams if you're truly not at the top of your game? And the top of your game, it comes with your health, it comes with your system, it comes with your mental state. All those things are tied together. So how do we get you to that next level if you're not there right now? Because the more you're going to pile on, the worse the situation is going to get. It's not going to get better. So today we're going to talk a little bit about burning out. We're going to talk about some of the signs, some of the things that happen. Stress level in our current situation is through the roof. The current world, society, and everything we're facing is adding extra stress into our lives. So think about it before. And unfortunately, this whole thing is very personal to me because I am there. You know what I mean? I am absolutely there. So here's some stuff to think about. Before, we used to honestly take pride in saying how busy we were. We took pride in saying how much stuff we had to do. It became kind of like a badge of honor. We always were busy. We had so much in our plates. Our list just kept going and going and going. We're now at a stage that everything has changed. You know, I think if you're looking at some stuff like Maslow's law, for Maslow's, we're stuck in those first two. Our sense of security has shaken, our sense of well-being, our sense of where we at. So we're back at that stage where everything just feels unknown. At the same time, for every tragedy that happens in the world, for every stage that we hit, there's always an opportunity for change. There's always an opportunity for something, for us to look for the good in things. I'm an optimist to the core. This is a time, if you have a GPS, do like the GPS, recalculate it. This is our time to go back and say, where can I go from here? What is it that I'm doing? So I have a quote that I want to share. And by the way, I saw Miss Pamela join us. So I'm excited to have you on this show. So for everybody joining us, just put some comments, say hi. I love to see you guys here. So here's a quote that I want to read to you guys that I absolutely wanted to just kind of share. It's from Courtney Carver. This is what she said. If you don't have time for the things that matter, stop doing the things that don't. I loved it, but here's the catch. Do you know the things that matter and that don't? Do you know the difference? If you are an entrepreneur, and my new favorite phrase, if you're a solopreneur, if you're starting a new job, if you're starting a new business, if you're starting a career, if you're in the middle of a career, think about it this way. What is the difference between the things that matter and don't? So think about all the things that you have going on. I am notorious for trying to do it all. And unfortunately, I want to do it all, and I want to do it now. I have very little patience. So when you're thinking about what does that mean? Do you truly understand what is and what isn't? So here is the problem that I have, and I'm going to share stories because we're all family here. So for all you guys joining us, I got Craig, I got Miss Sonia joining us. Good morning. So here's, you guys all were family. So here's my part. I'm an extremist, and my poor doctors are convinced I have some bipolar tendencies because it's all or nothing. I'm either going to be all in or I'm not. The problem is it doesn't just happen. I will start adding things to my life. I'm horrible at saying no. I feel bad. I really do. So when somebody has a really good cause, a really good project, of course I want to say yes. I want to commit. I want to be in there. What happens is, over time, these things start accumulating and you have more and more and more. Then I go through the other extreme and then I don't want to do anything. I drop everything, not a problem. I don't think about it. I just get out of everything as quickly because I'm burnout. I am very familiar with the stages of burnout. I have all the signs. So for everybody who's not familiar, bless you. I love you. You are my hero. So here's some signs. What is the definition of burnout? If you guys haven't thought about it, I got some comments. You guys are relating to me. We are notorious for agreeing to save the world because it sounds like such a good cause. Because we don't want to disappoint people. Because we want to help everyone. And then we add so much to our plates that to some extent, hopefully you don't do what I do. I tend to start resenting people. Like I have so much on my plate that I want to blame them. Yeah, I kind of said yes, but I still want to get mad. Let's be honest. Why am I doing 500 things? Here's the signs. When you're finding yourself that you're not motivated, that the things that used to excite you, the things that got you all hyper, no longer do. You're drained, you're tired, you're irritable. Your attitude changes. You are a little bit pessimist and cynic. You don't find that the things that you're doing truly matters. Those are little signs. So those are the things that kind of in the back of your head, start thinking about it. I'm all about taking inventory. And because I've gone through these waves, unfortunately more than once, I can admit this, I'm very familiar. I'm also very familiar that I need to start saying no. I cannot run a business. I cannot do books. I cannot write and take care of myself and take care of other people. It's not happening. That is just absolutely not healthy and it is not going to be conducive. I am in Rotary, so I am an active member of Rotary and I love it. But even in Rotary, even as a member, and I'm the secretary, imagine that, of my club, my local club, which is awesome. There's days that I literally have to tell them, I can't come to the meeting today. I have all this other stuff that I have to do. And the good news is everybody's a professional and understands, sounds like a plan, handle your business. So here's what I had to learn. I had to say no. Somebody said, people will respect you if you say no. They're not. They're going to get mad. My friends, I am sorry to inform you. You start saying no to people who you're used to saying yes to, they get a little bit disappointed. The good news, if they love you and they understand and they care for you, they will get over it and forgive you. The catch comes into play. Are you willing to say no? Are you willing to say no because you're tired? Are you willing to say no because your body needs it? Are you willing to realize, God, I'm exhausted. This is not working out. So because I love doing some research and this was the topic, I'm like, do we know some of the signs? Burnout just doesn't happen. So I want to share something with you. This is from the blog, This Is Common. I love this quote and you can find it all over the place. There is tons of information out there. Do some research. Just be careful. Do some Google search and compare some sites because some information might contradict each other. But I wanted to share you guys with this. This is what they're saying about burnout. The good news, it doesn't happen. It kind of builds into it. So this site says there's 5 stages. So take a look at it. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with the site, but it will give us the starting point to start thinking about it. So look at the very first one, which is probably my favorite, the honeymoon phase, okay? We all start here. This is the part where everything gets excited. Is literally like you start dating. It's why it's called the honeymoon phase. It is the place where you're excited, you're bubbly, you have all this energy, you want to do it all. I have a blog and I have a podcast. I love it. I love interviewing people. I love interviewing authors, getting in their heads, having all these conversations. And the first couple ones, exciting and fun. Until you realize, ooh, I got to edit these. I got to set up interviews. It takes time. It takes requirement. By the way, to have a successful podcast or a business or anything, you have to be consistent. So you go through those stages. So think about it, the honeymoon stage, think about when you start dating. It is the most exciting part of the relationship, which is the reason we all love it. It's falling in love. It is meeting the best part of that person. I usually call it the representative because for some reason after month 6, that person tends to go away, or maybe you go away, and the real person comes out, like the honeymoon phase goes away, and you're going, did I knew this about you when I first met you? It's the same thing with your business. It's the same thing with your career. It is the same thing that you're transitioning. You literally go through those phases. It is that high that gets you excited and gets you pumped. And then let's move on. Phase number 2, the onset of stress. We all probably can relate to this, my friends. This is when things start adding up. My friends, when I was in the military, I had a sergeant that told me this that kind of blew my mind. He called it the curse of being competent, which I thought was kind of strange. He said the more competent you are, the more people will pile on you. And the more competent you are, the harder it is for you to say no, which I thought was ironic. So he said, if you're good at something, and most people kind of joke, if you're busy, give some project to a busy person because they're going to get it done. They don't have enough time to kind of, push it around. So the curse of being competent, you're always going to be the person people come to you. You're always going to be that person that because you're good at it and you get things done, more things keep getting piled. And it's hard to say no. And there's little signs. So we're going to go over the signs of stress. So trust me on this one. We're definitely going to talk about this. So look at it this way. Then you have chronic stress. My best friend tells me on a daily basis, because primarily I'm probably notorious at this stage, stress is going to kill you. Stress kills. And we joke about it back and forth, and he's right. We're not designed as human beings. Our bodies are not meant to be in a chronic state of stress. Think about it this way. Stress leads to that whole fight or flight syndrome. It is that fight or flight mechanism that we're innately built in to survive. When was the last time you were being chased by a lion? Think about it that way. It is that same fight or flight that saved our ancestors from getting attacked and destroyed by things that probably eat them alive. But how many times are you being chased? How many times are you being in a life and death situation that this mechanism has to kick in? If it's not, even getting caught up in traffic actually releases the same hormones. So imagine the pressure you're putting on your body on a daily basis. Then think about it from a perspective of your health all the time. You're going to burn out. It's hard not to. So here's the fourth, burnout, which is where we're at. This is that place where your health starts diminishing. And this is the hard one. Believe it or not, if you don't take control of this, it becomes habitual. It is absolutely becomes something that you do all the time. It becomes something that is repetitive and it becomes a part of your life. Think about it that way. How hard is that? How hard is it on you and how hard is it on your body? We have serious conditions. We talked about the things that make us, and break us. We talked about building a business. What happens when you're ill? What happens when your immune system is down? When stress hits you, it's really hard to recover. It is really hard for you to get up and want to do anything, which is interesting because everybody says, if you're having issues, you should work out. The last thing you want to do is work out when you're tired and when you're exhausted. So we talked a little bit about stress. So I am very much into, I need to do some research. So I wanted to bring you guys something that I look for. And I wanted to talk to you guys about, let's talk about stress. Let's look at some of those signs. And I'm very careful when I research things online because I figured out that every time you go online and you type a disease, somehow it always ends in death. I was like, oh my God, it's always so dramatic. So be careful when you Google some stuff because the results might shock you. So I went to WebMD. I'm like, you tend to have some good information without scaring me to death, but it's okay. So here's what they said about stress. So let's take a look at it, my friends. Stress, low energy. Look at headaches. If you keep down, it obviously gets progressively bad to worse, obviously. Everything from insomnia to, loss of sexual desires and abilities, everything. I told you, it gets bad from worse. That's just what happens when you Google diseases online. The one thing that I noticed that is kind of interesting is some of those signs and conditions are things that I hear about friends all the time talk about it. Some of the things that we discuss that we don't even realize has become part of our nature. Things that we do, all the things that we take for granted. How many times have you said, I have a headache? I have a headache every day, or I can't sleep, or I don't feel good. I have stomach issues, and there's nothing to correlated with. You have no correlations. You haven't figured out what you have done wrong. Your lifestyle hasn't changed. Everything is the same. Yet you have these symptoms. Or think about it even more. I had a coworker that told me once that it was kind of interesting. She says, I'm great on Fridays and Saturdays, but Sundays I just can't sleep. I can't focus, And finally she had to admit it. Having to think about coming to work on Monday was so stressful for her that she physically was sick the night before and she just couldn't function. Yes, she came to work on Monday and she did great, but that pressure was so big that she wasn't able to rest. She wasn't able to actually focus. So Scientists have finally said it. And we usually take pride in not sleeping as adults. We thought we didn't need as much. They're finally admitting every adult needs between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I'm usually lucky if I get 5, and I'm finally at a stage that I realize the less sleep I get, by the end of the week, I'm drained. I'm hurting, I'm having these issues, and I'm not able to focus. It's stress. So let's go back to the list. I want you guys to kind of look at it with me. How many of these conditions do you find yourself having, or have you looked at before? What is it that you're looking, that you have taken for granted, that you didn't even realize was affecting you? I didn't realize, stomach issues, not being, little headaches that it comes out, having tension in your body. It's all stress related. And sometimes because we have been accustomed to live in this high tension environments, I just thought it was natural. Eventually it will go away. Eventually it will pass. It's not supposed to be that way. And it was kind of hard. So you have to start listening to your body, to how you feel, to your emotions, because your body's going to give you cues. It's not just going to set you out there and leave you hanging. The question is, are you willing to listen? Because it's hard. It's really hard to decide, okay, I don't feel good. What does that mean? So I've given you a whole bunch of crazy, horrible things to think about, stress and levels and burnout. So now let's talk about what we can do about it. Because I can just leave you with all this information and nothing to do. That's just not even fair. Some of the things that I want you guys to do, the very first thing I want you to do, I always say, write things down. You don't have to write it down if you don't want to. I want you to take an inventory of yourself, literally. How do you feel today? And then I want you to take an inventory how you feel on Monday and Tuesday. Because you need to compare those days. The days where you're either at your work or at busy in your business or whatever you're doing, and the days that you are hopefully off. Do you have a day off? That's the next one, because if you're doing your side hustle, probably like I do, you don't have a day off. Your mind doesn't stop. If you have a business, you sometimes feel I'm the only one who's going to do it. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done. Sometimes that's the case, but sometimes here's the thing. What are we going to do? You can't handle everything. Your body can't. So I need to give you some tips. The first thing you have to do, and I think this is hard for me because I live in my own little bubble. You have to set realistic and feasible expectations, my friends. So I am an extremist and sometimes an overachiever. My expectations for myself are probably unrealistic 90% of the times, just because, which is strange because I would never put that pressure on somebody else, ever. I am so much more calm and so much more loving, so much more patient with people than I am with myself. It is horrible. I don't know why we do it. We always joke we're our worst enemies. We are. We put such high standards in everything we do that we would never put in somebody else. If we had the discussions with ourselves that we had them with somebody else and how we treat ourselves, they would stop being our friends. I can guarantee you, if you talk to somebody the way you talk to yourself, they will probably never talk to you again. They will be like, yeah, you're on your own. So reasonable, feasible, realistic expectations. What can you do? Can you do it little things at a time? Don't do like I do. Don't try to conquer the world all in one day and then boil the ocean. It's not going to happen. Can you be realistic? The next thing that I found out that actually might help, and I've heard this from John Maxwell and different leaders. Let's think about it this way. Can you truly delegate or outsource? I like the word outsource so much better than delegate because sometimes there's nobody to delegate. Let's be honest. Miss Brandy, you're feeling my pain. What realistic expectations? Can you delegate? Here's the part that I had to learn. And I'm going to give you, I've realized my examples, you guys all going like, really girl, this is your issue? Your issue is not publishing a book? You have issues with driving? Let me give you this one and you can all laugh. So I live in East Texas. Love it. The weather's great. Even when it's 100 degrees, it's amazing. But if you happen to be near my neighborhood, which is Wake Village, you realize that my neighborhood has made grass cutting an Olympic sport. I am unfortunately horrible at this. My neighbors take it to a whole new degree. It looks amazing. We have immaculate lawns. Becomes the most incredible thing you can see. Everybody does it all the time. I suck at this. I am allergic to the world. I need a bubble, let's be honest. I moved to East Texas and I need a bubble. It's okay. I also grew up in New England. We did not have this much grass everywhere, probably because New England is 8 months out of the year is cold and freezing. So I didn't have to worry about it. Grass cutting is not my thing. Unfortunately, when I actually finally had grass, I felt responsible. I felt that I had to do it. So I had the whole 9 yards. I had the lawnmower, the weed eater, we had the edger, we had the grass blower, we had 500 million stuff that 1, I didn't know how to use, 2, I didn't want to know how to use, 3, I didn't care. But I felt guilty. Do you know how much guilt hurts? Add guilt to your stress level. Add guilt to that thing eating you in the back of the head. Add guilt. Anytime you feel guilt about it, my friends, it's going to eat you alive. Please stop. Let it go. Guilt is just as bad as being stressed because it's always eating at you. I literally was making myself sick. Every time I walked by my garage and I saw this lawnmower, I felt guilty about it. Eventually, I gave it away, in case you're wondering. I had to make a decision. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't something that was fun. So I finally outsourced it. There is an amazing company. He's a landscaper. He does an incredible job. Absolutely. And he does it in a quarter of the time that I do. My grass looks amazing, professionally done. Usually my neighbors laugh about it. I was like, I'll give you his number. But not only did I get to get my peace of mind again, I also get to support a small business. That was amazing. It was that combination of, it was a win-win for everybody. I don't have to worry about cutting my grass anymore. The grass looks great. I'm supporting a small business. I got to outsource that. Can you outsource something in your life? How do you know if you can do it? What is the one thing that you are the only person that can do? Nobody else can do it. For me, honestly, the one thing, and my brother, who's part of my team, laughs about it, my newsletter. I have a specific voice. What else can I do? This is me. This is what I love. I enjoy this. So you're going to hear me. My podcast interviews, do I have to edit them? Probably not. Eventually, we're going to outsource that too, because I don't have to technically edit that. What is it? Writing my books. I can outsource the editing. I can outsource my covers. I can outsource the formatting. What can you outsource? How do you know if you should outsource it? Find the things that make you happy. Find the things that you're the only person that can do. I know a lot of friends that cooking is not their thing, and this might sound kind of crazy. So I have asked them, I was like, can you afford to order meals? And sometimes the guilt of having somebody else do it for us. If we're able, if we're willing, if we have the physical conditions, can I afford to have somebody else do it for me? It goes back to, can you afford not to? If you are a mother and you're working full time, if you're a father, if you are a parent, or if you're a single parent and you have these responsibilities and you have a job, can you trade with somebody to watch the kids? You can trade by cutting the grass. If you enjoy cutting the grass, that's great. I know, actually, by the way, I know a lot of friends that love cutting the grass. Jealous, not my thing. But think about it. Can you switch with somebody that likes doing something that you don't? Can you change places? Can you watch somebody's kids while they cut your grass? What can you do to take some of the stresses away? What can you do? What are the things that are actually eating you up? You know what I mean? If you're running a business and you have all this responsibility, is marketing not your thing? Do you know somebody? We have tons of talented youth coming out of college and high school. We have an amazing, at least where I live, an amazing program of television. Our high school kids have done incredible things. Can you contact a kid and said, hey, I need you to do a video for me. Can you do a blog? If you're running a business, and we know a lot because we're all on social media, you have to do your own marketing. Can you find somebody that can do it, that needs this experience, that they can put it in their resume? What can you do? So those are things. Can you delegate? Can you have reasonable expectations of yourself? Can you have realistic goals that is not going to kill you? It doesn't have to be done today. Can you spread it out? This is the patch. Here's another one. This is probably hard for all of us, my friends. When was the last time you did something for you? I made a post on my Instagram page recently, and I was surprised, well, to some extent, how much people truly said, no, I haven't. Not because of the pandemic, not because of anything else, but because they were busy taking care of others. They were busy handling their business. They were busy putting other people first. We have become a culture, especially as adults. I have no issues admitting adulthood is overrated. And my parents told me all the time, and I know my mom plugged in to say hi. She told me all the time, enjoy being young because adulthood is overrated. I had no idea what that meant until I realized, oh my God, all I do is pay bills, go to work and do this. It became a cycle. When is the last time you did something for you? When was the last time you took your own mini vacation? When was the last time you gave yourself a break from handling everything? So different things you can do immediately. If you are an empath, so if you're very empathetic and the things that are happening around you affect you, turn off the news, please. Turn it off. You can give yourself a day with no news, or watch the first 5 minutes and let it go, because it's going to repeat itself. Step away. You need some time for you. Please step away. If you are, and this is kind of hard because we're obviously going live on Facebook, so I'm going to give you something that might be a little contradicting. Obviously, I spend a lot of time on Facebook. Social media can be very damaging for our health. It is the one place where we finally are able to see what everybody else is doing in real time. If you are going through a burnout and you are not motivated and things don't seem exciting and you don't have joy, watching 500 pictures and posts of everybody else having a great time and their vacations and going to the beach and the lake and drinking wine is not going to make you feel better. I don't know how to tell you. This is not going to make you feel better. Stop. Step away. If you're like me, you have to have a business and your business happens to be very busy on social media, or if you just enjoy social media to some extent, give yourself a small period of time. I have a schedule primarily because I like schedules and my time is very limited. What is your time to watch social media? I literally put a timer. Give yourself 30 minutes because you know what? Social media in any kind of form, whether you are doing TikTok to Facebook to Instagram, becomes a little bit of a black hole. You have the best intentions, and before you know it, my friends, 5 hours of your life are gone. I've been there. It's like the black hole. Like, I'm looking for information. We're doing some stuff. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, what happened? It's 3 hours later. Your time just goes. Poof. Put yourself on a timer. Give yourself some time. Yes, still be social. Check out what the family's doing. Check out the kids' pictures. Do all that fun stuff. And then unplug. Too much stimulation is too much. We used to talk about balance. And I know we talked all about it. We had a show. We had all these things going on. And somebody said something that blew my mind that I loved even more than finding balance. They said, forget about finding balance. Balance is going to be impossible because it means you have to put everything at the same level. And I said, okay, this is what they recommend. They say find harmony in your day and find harmony in your life, which means doing something at the right time for the right amount of right time, right place, right quantity, which I thought was incredible, which means sometimes in our lives, we are going to spend more time in some projects than others. If you're kicking off your business, you know you're going to have to give your business more time than you do something else. But it's the right amount of time at the right place in the right project. So you don't have to try to make everything equal. I've always tried to be, I wanted to be the person that wrote every day. Honestly, I wanted to be the writer. I have friends that I completely jealous about. They write every day, they get on the page, they do 500 words. I am completely amazed. I'm a binge writer, and it sounds kind of horrible. I go through the spurge where I literally commit and we're on, and I can pump out a book, if you let me, in 3 weeks. I can do that. And then I probably won't write for 3 months. Something that I have to give myself permission and know this about myself. Something that I needed to be conscious about, and that I couldn't compare myself to others. How do you do it? How does it not to actually go and try to get yourself in there? So think about it that way. So we're looking at giving yourself some time, giving yourself something to relax, giving yourself some realistic expectations, and then finding a hobby. A hobby has one of those crazy connotations because somebody told me, that my hobby was writing. Writing is my passion. Writing is my business. Writing is my world to some extent. A hobby is me making Christmas cards and making holiday cards. My hobbies is stuff that I don't mind picking up. I love painting. I really enjoy it. I have a blast. I can pick it up every once in a while. It's very distracting. It's very freeing. But I don't miss it when I don't, if that makes any sense. It's fun. It's exciting. I can pick it up. It gives me a hobby. It is not my passion. So when you're thinking about it, find a hobby. So at this time, I'm going to give you guys I want to put back the stress levels. I want to put back the actual burnout. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, because what I want to do while you guys are doing that is I want to read the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. So take a look at these levels. Okay, so one comment that I thank you so much, Ms. Brandy, for sharing, that is amazing. We truly do believe it is our responsibility to help everybody. We have been believe in this share, give back, expand everybody. We do feel that way. To some extent, we do want to help the world. Please realize it. You're right. It is not your responsibility. It is not your responsibility to save the world. It is your responsibility to be happy. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself. And it is your responsibility to live your best life now. Because here's the problem, my friends. We only have one life, and it starts right here. We only have one moment in time, and the moment is now. And we can't wait for it to finish the job. We cannot wait for the project to get done. We cannot wait to finish the degree. We cannot wait for all these little milestones that we think is important, like when the kids go to college, or when I graduate college, or when I do. It's right now. And you can live your best life now by being honest with yourself. What is it that you enjoy to do? What is it that you want? What is it that's going to make you happy? And how are you going to get to that point, my friends? I'm all about motivating you. So giving you a quick closing remarks, just wanted to tell you thank you so much. If you're looking for some extra motivation, if you need some help, pick up my new book. I'm all about giving you something to think about. If you want to go deeper into your studies and you want to go based on the Dare to Believe series, definitely pick up. The Mastermind is open. It's a very small group. We're going to get ready to start classes here in September. So if you're looking for that, something to think about. And for anybody looking, we talked about hobbies. If you are a podcast listener, or if you've just enjoyed reading and you're looking for new authors, check out the podcast. Check Inside the Minds of Authors. Good news is now available here on Facebook. So on Fridays at 7 a.m., you can pick up the new show. So it's going to start broadcasting live. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. See why I'm an extremist? Because I just can't pick up one project. We got to do 50 all at once. So think something to look. We are actually just hit episode number 20, which I am super excited. So which means you have 20 new authors, so you can listen to everything from children's to romance and a little bit in between. The new episode coming up next week, we're going to introduce micro tales, which is so much fun. So if you're looking for something to give you a break, something fun to listen to, check out podcasts. They're available. And my friends, thank you so much for spending your Saturdays with me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for opening up to something new and exploring possibilities. Above all, thank you for being here. I believe in you. I think you are absolutely amazing. And if somebody hasn't told you today, you're beautiful, you're talented, you are amazing, and you're going to live your best life now. Now you got to believe it. So happy Saturday, everyone. Go forth, do fun things today. Give yourself a break. Put the to-do list to the side. It will be okay. Give yourself your own personal Sabbath. Find something amazing and be able to truly, truly have a great day. So bye, everybody. And I'll see you next week. Come and join me. Same time.